Alright. Let's try this again. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Alright. There we go. Cool. I'm gonna try that again. So basically, I crashed OBS, and then I made it, like, my Elgato part, when the actual live stream happens. It just was showing a small corner. It was crazy. Hey, what's up, Damien? How you doing? You doing okay today? I know last time you had to jump off because of family stuff, and I'm hoping that everything turned out okay in that regard. If not, I'm sorry to hear that. But it's nice to see you still. I'm going to do a quick intro thing that I've been practicing because I want to do an experiment. While I do that, feel free to say how you're doing, talk about that a little bit, and let me know if you're doing okay and if your mom's cool and that kind of thing. Anyway, alright, I'm going to try this little experiment bit. Cool. Let's do this. Alright, here we go. Hello, so we're going to be doing the Underbarrel challenge today on the assault rifle, where you have to put an underbarrel onto whatever assault rifle that you're using, and it's got to be some sort of grenade launcher thing. I'm going to go with the Thermite because that one's my favorite, and the goal here is to teach you to be able to rely on a different weapon than whatever is your secondary, so that you just use that perfect assault rifle. And to do this, we're not going to have a single secondary weapon. We might have a knife or a shield, because they're useful as backups, but it's not about switching between SMG or a sniper. It's about only using that assault rifle. And then also we'll be doing a lecture on David and Goliath scenarios. This is one of my favorite quotes, which is that the weak are capable of beating the strong with unconventional strategies. We'll break that down a little bit more as we go. Let's do it. Cool, I did it. I'm trying this new kind of thingamajiggy with it. But anyway, so sorry for wanting to jump into that. So your mom, huh? Not doing too well? I'm sorry to hear that. Is that something that you feel like you want to talk about? Like, I know we're not therapy exactly. We're going to be playing video games, right? It's not the most, on a stream. That's not necessarily the most therapist thingy. Hey, what's up, Swamp Thing? Nice to see you. Damien's filling us in on how, because they weren't around yesterday, and so they're letting us know why. But yeah, I'm sorry that it's been tough, but if you want to, talk, cool. If you don't want to talk, not really? Alright, no worries. Then do whatever you feel most comfortable with. But hello, Swamp Thing. I was just practicing my intro thing. It's going to relate to my lecture that I'm going to be doing today. I'm pretty stoked about it, and I'm curious to see how it goes. Yeah, it's going to be cool. But for now, let's do what we do. Giggle maniacally while we goof off and plunder of Blood Money. Oh man, fixing the OBS is a tough and emotional, because sometimes you have this joyous moment of ooh, I get to solve a problem, but other times you're like, why? And I figured out why, but it was still frustrating to have this issue, right? My main problem was that I had it connecting with Elgato twice, and that caused it to crash. Good lesson to learn, I guess. Okay, so to cycle back to what we're talking about, the point of today's style of game is that we're using a secondary weapon style, where it's we don't actually have a pistol or anything, we just have a knife for running fast. But it's something where you are able to have the underbarrel to take the place of whatever other weapon that you're using. So if we're going this way, there we go. I'm going to also make some changes because yesterday I was messing around with more ammunition and it seemed to be really good. And Damien, I thank you for feeling comfortable with sharing, and I'm sorry that if that's the right response for that. Sorry about that. But it's good to have you here, and I hope that we're able to make you feel better today. Feel free to chat or not chat as needed. I'm now going to try to do what I can, which is to act in the way that I would normally act in these situations. Playing games and stuff. So, yeah, I hope that helps. Alright, anyway, we're going to move into... Alright, we had the rear grip going and the stock going. That was aiming stability. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to go to ammunition. 60 rounds and see how that makes us feel. See if that works. But on these higher team amounts, I think it does help. to have, or more teammates that we go against. I think it does help to have a little bit more rounds, which I was experimenting with other players. All right, this friend we're gonna use Thermite kapoops on, because that's today's point. First I'll die. How's that? I'm so slowly. Bloop. All right, here we go.
Warm-up's done. Time to kick this off.
All right. So again, underbarrel attachments. This is going to be the challenge point that we use a knife for running speed or a shield for extra protection, just to have some fun with some good thermite stuff. Same goal system where we try to get 5k kills and 300k deposited, and then we move up from there as we're going. That'll be our plan. How's my day? My day's been going well. Thank you for asking. I'm really excited to do today's lecture, because today's lecture is something that got me thinking about a bunch of stuff, and I'm a little nervous about it in a way too, because I didn't think about it as hard as I normally do. Normally I spend a couple days thinking about what I want to share, and this time we talked about stuff yesterday, and it was just interesting to think about. Oh, they are down. Okay, hold on. Dang it. Shoot. Just trying to be ridiculous to that other player. Well, there's one kill. Starting off strong. Okay, so strongness has begun. Again, 300k deposited, 5 kills. We're up. With 0, we got a long shot though. Come on, game. What's the top right? Okay, but we're still using the zombie-infested bank as our best friend, because zombies drop cash, and a lot of players go in and fight zombies, and so that works really well in our favor. This looks like someone died up here. Well, thank you, stranger. Here we go. I love seeing our shadow whenever we do stuff, because, you know, players and myself will use that to find enemies.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I should probably take off this laser. Got him! It's always about the thermite shot. Wasn't the best way to play, but we should still get that kill. Damien, I actually don't have a donate button on my stuff, so that would be why it's glitched. That's a me problem, not a you problem. So it does make me feel very good whenever you're like, oh, if only I could donate. One day I'll have the capacity. That's one of the things we talked about yesterday, in fact, was the importance of doing what we call the inversion technique, where you think about things like how to do things poorly and then not do that. One of the things I'd written down was make it harder for people to donate money to you as one of my ideas for bad things to do with streaming. There you go. Yeah, no wonder, exactly. I should probably do that.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Hold on, wait, we're gonna do this again. Oh, we missed! Oh, dang it, I was trying to put it down. Anyway, I had fun. Oh, it's just, I like the idea of the first attack needs to be with the thermite. I think it's pretty good. So, because someone on my Twitch donate 1,007? Wow, that's a good chat. That's a good chat. I'm impressed. Good for you for picking up such a big cash piece. That's very kind of you for offering to share that. Not expected. Not expected right now, but something that I definitely want to give players and viewers the opportunity to eventually do. I'll look that up. I'll call it the Damien plan. That's actually fun. The Damien plan, to make sure. All right, well, we're already at 2 kills. Things are looking great. Having fun. Fighting the exact same person in the bank. Exact same person each time. But we're making money for ourselves every time we die, so it's working out for me. There goes a player. And there's someone behind me. All right, we're gonna go for this. All right, we didn't kill them. Ah! Oh, we lit him on fire slightly. Perfect. That's the plan. Slight burning to death. Okay. God, the Thermite's so much fun. Yep. Let's go underneath the person. Switch to this side. Oh, they're still shooting at us. Uh-oh. Haha! I can see them just through the crack. Wait, that sounded like a... Oh, good, it's Thermite. Let's just throw that over the top. Oh, dang it! I was very proud of that.
Shit!
That person was angry. I love it. All right. What am I doing? Okay, I'm trying to alter the gun a little bit. I'm not liking the 60 rounds as much, but maybe I'm just having a hard time, right? Like, we're learning. Find the right balance for the M4. But the Thermite's still too fun. Okay. 13,000. Slow start. It's okay. Faster start now that we got more cash.
Be advised, enemy attack chopper incoming.
So these attack choppers I would love to test if the Thermite will do extra damage to them, because Thermite's normally really good against machines because it's constant damage over time. So it might provide exactly what we needed to do.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Enemy UAV overhead. Starting slow. Oh, friend. There they are. I don't know why I didn't notice. Oh, person's doing behind us. Dodge. Above us? Shoot. Oh, I should have stayed in there. Dang it. What do you think is your sub goal? So YouTube, actually, they have members, right? And I'm not sure how much the membership works there. My plan is to really do a Patreon. The Patreon focus being that I want to have a couple tiers to, like, for people who want to donate as they want to donate, right? But the major goal, hold on, one sec. I want to, this person's already yellow. Dang it! That was so cool. Here we go. I want to watch this. So close. Anyway, I know that I, like, technically, like, where I live in Seattle, if you were able to make $80,000 a year, that is the, like, amount that is, like, you're going to be very good. You're going to be at the, like, no more money needed kind of thing. And so I'm like, maybe that's, like, I want to find some way to get to that. That's kind of my goal. Ah! What's up, Alex? It is nice to see you. That is so cool. See all the bullets are going through the window? I love that. All right, we might still get our 5 kills. I doubt we're going to get our monies that we wanted, but we might get our 5 kills. We still need to get 300K deposited. We're doing the Underbarrel Thermite thing again because we're trying to get some good footage. I am trying out 60 rounds on this assault rifle, which is good for, like, fighting multiple players. You don't have to reload as quickly. But I'm finding that I'm struggling. It's just a lot slower down the sights that I like. But I think it's okay. We get better. We figure it out. Will you be releasing a Rage of Penguin themed merch? Can you imagine? I mean, I was thinking, okay, this is something that I'm excited about, but I was like, I wanted to see if I could find something that allows people to, like, walk along the bottom of the screen. If you've seen some of the Twitch things where people have, like, a named creature that strolls around, I was like, oh, I wonder if I could do that with little penguins. My favorite idea related to that is if I pulled that off, I'd want it to be able to walk left or right as, like, a function. Maybe a jump, because that'd be cute, and maybe a thought bubble, because that would also be cute. I'm just telling you this now because it just popped in my head the other day. But what I would really like is to go If you think I'm going to succeed, walk to the left side. But if you think I'm going to fail, walk to the right. And then you can see sort of a live voting of everyone physically on screen, like walking to one side of the screen or not. We could do things being like, stand here, stand here, stand here. Like, I think that would be really fun for groups. But I've been thinking about a couple ideas, which is related to our previous discussion yesterday. That's going to inform today's lecture. So, anyway, yeah. Range of penguin-themed emerge. Uh-oh.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Uh-oh! Someone right behind us! Well, that worked out great. Ah! Shoot. I need to work on that. If you ever do shirts, I want child sizes. Aw, thank you. Give one for Joe. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love penguins. That's one of my favorite things. It's not exactly the symbol that we have. Crossed 5, but it's gonna work pretty well. So far, I'm not really liking having, oh, here we go, wait. Yeah! Burn! Burn! Oh, that was such a cool, that worked out great. Not having us win, but definitely having fun. Yep. Ah! Oh, that was a doof. Proud doof, but a doof nonetheless. Cheese and crackers. And both of us can wrap. Oh, that's cool. I definitely like the my symbol that I have here. This one. I'm a big fan of that. I think it's kind of cute too. Like, I would rep that on a shirt. But if I did penguins, I mean, I guess you would. I know how I would do it. Hold on. We might do a live, a quick live demonstration on how one generates icons. At least how this one generates icons. But the first way I'm going to do that, though. And do you guys want to see that? Do you want to see a very quick icon development? Because I just had an idea of how I would do that. I've got an old program that is not a program that you would normally use for actual development of stuff like this. But I think it's pretty cool. Oh, look! COD points earned. My Wi-Fi is so bad. Might be me. Alright. Let's get this to work. Alright, so I'm going to switch to this real quick. This is a program known as Flash. It is from 2004. It is old. It is, you should not use it anymore, right? You should not. But this is how I've been doing my creations of stuff, right? So my thought process that would be really cute is if we were to create this real quick. Just, that's a timeline, you know, for layers, if you've ever done stuff in Photoshop. That's all that is. Is if I went like this. So here's the circle. This is the penguin's body, okay? Technically it's its stomach. And then we go like this for the actual penguin. A little cuter outer body thing, like that, right? Uh-oh. Hold on, game, don't start yet. I'm drawing a penguin. Obviously. Obviously more important. So it's like this. Penguin belly. Penguin body. Oops. Like so. Give it a little wing. Real quick. Just like so. Okay. Flip it the other way. It doesn't have an obvious easy flip right there. I gotta do it through here. Flip horizontal. Boom. Little wing. Little wing. Like so. This penguin, I'm going to slim it up a little bit, make it a bit more like a daily penguin. There we go. And then we'll do feet in a moment, but I want to grab these two first. Move you guys up. And so it'd be something like... Show up to, there you go. I'm imagining, I was just like, oh, I could do like a penguin like this, or it's like the penguin has the symbol on its belly. Maybe I should actually get rid of the circle part. Old program, right? Doesn't perform quite as well as you'd like it to. But I was like, ah, yeah, I'm gonna put a penguin in there. That'd be fun. That's my idea. Anyway, I'll think about drawing that. And then in the future, no, don't save. That was just threw stuff down. We'll be doing our lecture. Probably, I'm waiting for Stadia. And if Stadia doesn't show up after the next one, then we'll just get going to it. But we'll go for another match. Another 5 kills, 300k deposited. Goof off, just shooting fire at everything. I like the fire start first thing. But also, looking at loadouts. So, I felt like the game... Thank you for excellent penguin drawing skills. I definitely rushed that. And I'm also drawing from afar. It's kind of like if you draw a little closer with your hands, it's a little bit easier. Anyway. I felt like I don't really want that laser anymore. I don't think it's real. It's cool for hip fire stuff. Full metal jacket we can drop. And then let's maybe do aim down sight speed, perhaps? Find a good sight. We could try it. See how we do. Stock. I still like aiming stability. Alright. So, but we're keeping the 60 round mag here. See how that goes. I might do a perk that becomes like fast reload, sleight of hand over ammunition there. But we'll go. Anyway, yeah, thank you for liking my penguin. I thought it was very cool. The goal of it, of course, is like, I just big fan of penguins. Easy argument. Penguin friend. Kids are good at advertising spaces. People look at kids in the street more than adults. Good point, Alex. Good point. I mean, what I want to do is, I think it's that kind of thing where having merch is cool. I've purchased merch from some of my favorite people, and I'll like rep it in places where I know people might recognize it. And so I think it's the idea though of that symbol of the game controller with the hat on it is good for the sake that it communicates pretty clearly like, oh, it's a video game focused thing, but maybe it's like game development and that kind of thing. So it's like it's a little conversation starter. So I'm pleased about that perspective of it. Oh, I missed. Oh, it's nice to have a sight. It's making things easy. I died. Show the human billboard. I mean, see, you could do it red on this, like just the black on red thing, or it could be a black thing on red. Like that could be another one. Like I wouldn't want to do it where it's just like the red circle with black and then a white shirt. Like that's a little, I don't like that one as much. I definitely like the straight color version. But you know, to each their own. I also, it's kind of designed in a way where it's designed to be like looked through, right? So, but the other side thing about it though is it does look like it's game development more than it looks like it's flow state or self-development kind of focused stuff. But I still like it. All right, 300 kills. Gosh, that would be a lot. 5 kills, 300k deposited. We're gonna do it this time. It's gonna be a little weird because I have to remember how to use a new cursor. I've got to get used to that. But that's fine. All right, doing this. Switch into this gun. Start our drop. Perfect. I'm feeling it this time. I'm ready. Ow, already being shot at. We hit them. Didn't kill them. Good start. Good start. Stupid, fun. That's the way to do it. Actually, Alex, now that I'm thinking about it, perhaps you should give Joe a tattoo. Like that's the adult thing to do, right? The true human billboard. That's gonna go real well with child services, right? They're like, oh yeah, that's totally fine. Give your child a life-altering decision. Shoot! You see, if I had a different gun, I would have switched to that. But I was reloading. And I should have switched to the fire. It would have been funny. But that's okay. We still have fire. It'll still be funny. Solutions. Here we go. Drop. Switch. Ready. Okay, I don't see them anywhere, unfortunately. But that's fine.
Extraction is standing by. Mark and L's in for pickup.
Got them! Ah! I burned myself to death! Oh, that's good stuff. That is good stuff. Not the smartest play, but the most enjoyable. Oh! No! Oh, that, revenge is a dish served in bullets into my back. Not to my preferred way. This might have been the person who killed us. Alright, here we go. 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 Oh, I killed myself. Now tattoo and pillows have to be changeable. You know, Alex, if you say it that way, that means that you're going to have me bid for the opportunity to adorn your child with my logos. You would do that to me? No, I think that makes sense. I know that technically you can actually get paid by like Red Bull for getting tattoos, which I think is pretty funny. Oh, I missed again. Oh, it's explosion! We survived. Up behind us. Just throw that over there. Oh, they were up top. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I'll run down here. Act like I'm leaving. They won't even know. Oh my gosh, if I could do the ticketing, I would love that. If I could like go behind there and just stand there and sell tickets, best day ever. Alright, quick change. Cool. Then we'll go back to the other thing in a second. You there anymore? No? Okay. Alright. Alright, 3 kills. We're not doing well on the money, but that's fine. We're focusing on the killing first. Ooh. Oh, good day. Good day. I'm going to leave that there, because that's going to stay. Maybe I should pick up 1, though. Just in case, so I don't have to come back this way. Alright. I'm just going to throw that on there, so if we see the little car turn red, just tell me, and I'll blow that thing up, right? I don't hear anyone. Which would argue that nobody's here and this has already been pulled out. It appears to have been the case. That's fine. We're going to go to these people. Solution. Go. Da, 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 da.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Oh, behind me. Crap. It's so quiet all of a sudden in the game. We could just lay down, talk about our feelings, not have a care in the world. I'm gonna head to the zombies though, because that's the place to get a lot of money, have a good time. Has the car been driven yet? Has not been driven yet.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
These are the questions to consider though. I'm actually gonna throw out my money here for safe. I think that's the smartest decision if we're gonna be doing anything crazy. Let's get the money out.
Hostile dropping into the area.
Smart start. This person coming in.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Here we go.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Cash secured. Very good. Zombie, zombie, person! I was behind the wall! Averting on skin is a thing for a few companies. Advertising, I thought thinking about you need to shave their heads for more space to advertise. See, that both sounds awesome and also super dystopian, right? Like I'm literally selling my body to corporations. Little dystopian. Not my preferred method of selling a body. Land right here.
Enemy soldier incoming.
I see them in there. Go, go. They're accurate. They're very accurate. That was not good. I think it's that I needed to switch to the blade because then I would have ran faster. But we're at 4 kills, which is enjoyable. We got to light a person on fire, also enjoyable. Good starts. People are shooting at me in the air, that's fine.
Enemy soldier incoming.
All right, there's our friend.
Hostile attack chopper carrying cash. Shoot it down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
I just wanted that person to be near beer. I mean, we all might feel that way. Go. Bum, 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 bum. Dang it, I was gonna blow them up into us too! That was gonna be awesome. Oh. If I had like C4 or a mine, that would have worked well, but I didn't. If I had swords, that would have been different too. But that's fine. We got this. Oh, that helicopter is perfect for this. Never mind. Not as perfect as I was hoping.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Oh, I missed that. Okay. Give me the cash. We're at 5 now. All right, we're gonna go. Uh-oh. Hup, hup. Damn it! I just ran out of cover. That's a bit of a problem. All right. Easy choice though. Oh! Yes! If we can take that down, that'll be the best. Uh-oh, that's an actual player. Uh-oh. Can I get that up there? I cannot. Alright, this is best we can do here. Let's find a way upstairs. Let's grab the bounty. Okay, that does give us where someone is right now, which is useful.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
We've wiped the team. Wasn't me. Let me grab that throwing knife. That's going to just be more useful of anything right now. Oh, never mind. How do I get upstairs? People are here. One ahead. There goes a person that way. I threw the knife because that was the smart move. Oh, I'm feeling a little less light on my feet for some of these ones. I think it's because of the aim down the sights on the assault rifle isn't very good, and I'm having a hard time with it. I think it's slowing up my speed too, where I'm like much more of a sword speed kind of guy. All right, this is our first target. I don't know why I didn't shoot. I don't know why I didn't shoot. Problem. Issue. That's okay. All right, where are we in? $25,000. Cash drops are happening. It might make sense to just drop from the sky and go for this one person. All right, that was just fun. Yep. Oh, someone's already been through here.
Watch the skies.
Shoot. What are the rules of the challenge? So the way that it works is there's no secondary weapon use, like no gun, but I can use a knife for running and things. And then I can use explosives and stuff. But then I have to use this underbarrel attachment, which shoots his thermite off. And it's really just a lot of fun.
Enemy soldier incoming.
But it's not necessarily supposed to be anything but a way to get you to practice using the underbarrel attachment. Because underbarrels give you more opportunities when you're using your guns entirely, so you don't always have to switch. You can have something else there. It's not the best strategy, but it's just for fun, right? So, uh-oh. But the major problem that we're running into is that I'm not very adept with guns. And I tried altering this gun to work a little bit more in what people would describe as a meta-focused build, and it's noticeably lowering my skill level with it. And that's okay. That's okay. It's a learning process, right?
Enemy soldier incoming.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That was very fun, but problem. Oopsies. Still good. Still happy. Alright, so but someone else is getting that. I've kind of given up on the money part, but that's not the right way to play. I just keep going for kills. Oh, this is perfect. Surprise! Not the best way to play, but super fun. So I'm thinking... Uh-oh, to my left. Some long shots.
Enemy soldier
I'm thinking
incoming.
what I need to do next time is I need to focus on money first and then go for kills. Like, because we're not doing our goals. And the point of this is to do a mix of those goals. We're at 198k though, and if we're able to pick up this cash, we might actually be able to... Oh. We might actually have the opportunity. Oh, well. You know, we could leave. Yeah, I'm gonna back off and just let other people have this. Look, I'm letting you have it. Go for it. I got my 300k. I got my 300k. You got it. Go get it. I already got it. I get it. They're worried about me. Dang it. I was hoping we'd blow up somebody over there. But if we can do our deposit, we're done.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Still in top 10? Like, oh, we got a car?
Found a ride here.
Let everyone else duke it out over there. We got our cash. Okay, there has to be a deposit point somewhere. This is, again, not technically crossing our barrier, but I think it's okay. I think it's fine. And then we're supposed to deposit it.
Does anyone need this?
Cool, not quite as self-explanatory as the one chest. Totally. I think that's one of the reasons why that would do better, like from a click-through perspective, where it's like one chest. Okay, I get it. Melee only. Okay, I get it. When it's like underbarrel challenge, you have to have a bit more of an understanding of the weapons themselves. I'm dropping lots of things. Now, one thing I did is I didn't say underbarrel only, right? I said like primary weapon only with underbarrel required, which I like to do. The point is like this one's less of the type of challenge that's trying to get you to do something goofy and instead trying to teach you, to demonstrate. We didn't get top 10. It's totally cool. We technically did not get our goal, but we got close. We got 300k deposited. We actually own 400k. And then we got 8 kills. So I'm going to say we can move up to 10 kills, 400k cash is our next goal point. We can do it. But before we do that, I would like to do my lecture. Okay. So we're going to do the lecture time now. Now, the lecture itself is one that I've been looking forward to doing based off of a conversation that we had with even Stadia yesterday, which I don't know if Stadia is here right now. Does not seem to be, which is fine. We can do it again when they arrive, because it's always good to kind of double up on these lectures. Helps me say it better and then have a lot of fun with it. So, Today's lecture is going to be on the subject of David and Goliath scenarios. And this is the David and Goliath that is about David, guy with a sling, Goliath, big dude with armor and stuff. So I'm going to talk about this now. Here are my notes. There are you. Good to see you guys on my chat. Let's do this. Alright, so a David and Goliath scenario is based off of the fictional experience of David and Goliath, right? But it's around this idea that people who are weak, big quotations on weak, are able to beat people who are strong, big quotations on strong, with unconventional strategies. Mainly that the people who are weak are able to see unconventional strategies better than those who are strong, because the strong are aware of their strategies and only focus on that, kind of blinded in a way. You could almost call it an Achilles heel. Ooh, similar to what we talked about yesterday. So the story of David and Goliath, right, is that you have Goliath who's working with a group that wants to take over David's people. And they were like, hey, let's have a one-to-one fight. I don't know why anyone would do this. David's people were all shepherds and the like, so they totally could have killed them. But they chose to do it that way. It makes a great story. Anyway, so David initially, before he fights Goliath in one-to-one combat for the survival of his society, puts on armor and has a sword and has a shield and a helmet and tries to drag these things out there to fight Goliath one-on-one, and literally it's too heavy for him to be able to swing properly. So he's just like, I can't use these. And so he throws these weapons down, he takes off the armor, he takes off his helmet, and he gets a sling. A sling is a shepherd's weapon, so to speak. It's basically a long thing of leather that has a little centerpiece that you put a stone in or something heavy, and you whirl it around your head, and then you let go of one part of it, and it flings the whatever off into the air. As a shepherd, David used these to strike small rodents like rabbits and stuff. And you know, those are small and quick, so that requires a lot of skill. And then he also used them to defend his sheep against wolves. So you had to be capable of hitting small, fast-moving targets and also doing things under pressure when your life was on the line. So he then goes up to fight Goliath, who's armored up, shield, sword, all the 9 yards. David puts a stone into the sling, swings it over his head, flings a stone, smacks Goliath in the head, kills Goliath. David wins. So these David and Goliath situations are examples where something, Goliath, is supposed to win. It's supposed to, but something David is able to surprise. And I have an article included in the description that talks about that these situations seem to happen about 30% of the time. 30% of all total gonna be a blowout, someone's totally gonna win. 30% of the time, the underdog wins. So why is that? This is why they're called David and Goliath ideas and David and Goliath methods. So one example of a David and Goliath situation is the iPhone. So once the iPhone was not a Goliath, the iPhone was a David. And when the iPhone was coming out in like the early 2000s, right, BlackBerry, was the most popular phone. People would have little things on their belt that they can slip a BlackBerry into. And it had a sweet keyboard you can type things out on. So when the iPhone was coming out, people who made BlackBerries and like Microsoft, who were making other phones with keyboards, were like, this is not gonna work. Like, you guys don't have a keyboard. Everybody wants a keyboard on their phone. And Apple was like, oh, no. We're making the nice fancy watch of phones. People are going to use this as a status symbol. And if you look at phones today, you'll notice that they look just like iPhones, don't they? That was the correct decision. Yes, BlackBerry was kicking butt with its keyboard, but when people had the opportunity to use their phones as a status symbol, as a way to say who they were, suddenly it became more effective. That was a David versus Goliath scenario. In hindsight, yeah, it makes sense that something that allows people to represent who they are as a person. I mean, I have a red background, and look, this is red now, my red's favorite color, red and black. Oh my gosh, look at that. Like, I get to represent myself through my phone. But that wasn't obvious back then. Another example of this is with one of my favorite video games, Dark Souls. Dark Souls is a great game where it's really hard. Dark Souls came out at the same time as Skyrim. Exact same time. Same year, same month. But why does Dark Souls still exist when something like Skyrim sold over 3 million copies in hours and Dark Souls sold, a couple 100,000 copies and eventually millions over the course of months and years? Well, so for one thing, Dark Souls was significantly cheaper to make than Skyrim. And it was able to be so because it didn't really have any music. It had really small levels. It did not have cinematics. I mean, yeah, there was like a crow that flies you in the beginning, but that's like it, right? It didn't have lip syncing on the NPCs, right? They just didn't say everything through their tightly closed lips. But what happens that way is it means, well, a really small world, if you remove the world map from that, you create this really intertwined level design that people loved in Dark Souls, and you still see it in Soulsborne design things with shortcuts and backtracking and surprising ways you can get to certain levels faster than you were supposed to. You also have the fact that with the world being quiet, with not a lot of music in it, it's really scary. With not a lot of NPCs or quests, which is exactly the kind of thing you're supposed to do in RPGs, quests, NPCs, and like that's the thing. Instead, they have like 8 people total, and some of them are secret. They don't have a tutorial. They just kind of go like hit RB to punch. That's basically it. But by doing these things, it made it so they didn't have to create and test an easier difficulty. They targeted it to a more, skilled gameplay thing. I don't like saying skilled as much, but basically gamers who liked the challenge. But then gamers who liked the challenge liked working together as a community to figure out how to beat Dark Souls together, because it doesn't tell you anything. But then they didn't have to test to make sure it did a good job with that. They had one difficulty that they were able to tweak perfectly. They didn't have to worry about normal or hard or easy kind of thing. They weren't trying to sell the fantasy that you could be the Dragonborn like you were in Skyrim, that you were important. They sold the idea that you weren't important. And they did that by having a quiet world that just doesn't really say anything. There's not a lot of people to talk to. Enemies attack you outright. And then on top of that, I really like this one. Item descriptions. They put the story in item descriptions, right? You pick up a sword, and it's like, the Lothric sword is the most powerful sword that's ever been sworded. And you look, and you see that it was on, like, a corpse of a knight who's surrounded by corpses of monsters, and that tells a story. But they could have done it with a cinematic, where you go in, and you see this big ol' fight. But obviously, the big ol' fight's way more expensive and technically challenging than just the Lothric sword description. This worked in their favor so they could sell less, but really hit a niche target that nobody was hitting. Thus, all of a sudden, Soulsborne's out there. It's the Dark Souls of whatever is a common thing to say. It used to be it's the Skyrim of whatever, but now it's the Dark Souls. So, there's a bunch of other examples of stuff like this. But generally, it comes when the idea is that you have something that people consider extremely important. I'm an RPG, I need to have quests, NPCs, and an overarching story. Well, we don't have quests. We don't have NPCs really, and we don't really have a big old story. It's all about the combat and the challenge. But then you get to focus on the combat and the challenge. In the case of iPhone, it's like, well, we gave up the keyboard. Well, now we have all this screen space. It's really pretty to look at. David, focus on using a sling. Slings are great because they're inexpensive to make, inexpensive to practice with. You use stones to throw, right? Like, that's an easy thing, versus swords and shields and armor requires blacksmiths, people training, all these various things in order to become skilled with using them. So I've got a thing that I was thinking about recently, related to this, which is that you give up something valuable and then you focus on something else. That's basically the concept. That's when I talked about IKEA, building furniture. You don't build furniture as an IKEA store. They sell you boxes of furniture, but it allows them to stack it and send it and those kind of things. Like, it's way easier for them to mass produce their content, their product, because they're able to do that with everything being in boxes. And then it's easier for me to pick it up because it fits in my car better. But basically, the other day we were talking about editing and how I wasn't able necessarily to to record and stream at the same time. So I was thinking, like, what if I did stuff where, like, I don't know, I did stuff like this to create little editing sensations that I might edit anyway as an intro, like, oh, welcome to the stream. And this kind of looks like a professional editing thing. Maybe if I hide the mic in some way. But the idea here is that maybe there's a way that I could edit without needing to download and then re-upload, right? Well, one of the things that would work with that is that maybe I could make it more fun for the live experience. Maybe I could hit a button that would then have a GIF play right here. I don't have that right now. It would have been great. It shows up right here, and then it's like, beep, boop, beep. Jared had a good idea. Or, got shot. Something like that. It would make the live experience more fun. So this is the idea. Give up something that is expected to be needed, and then it allows you to put your stats, like in an RPG, into something else. One of the ones that I've also really liked about that as you feel free to ask questions or move on from the next bit of area. But what I've really liked is the concept of people in StarCraft, right? Like, don't do any strategy. Just focus on building faster than your opponent, and that will get you to win for a huge portion of StarCraft's competitor base. Because you're just... that who has more weapons will win that match. And I think that's pretty funny. Anyway, questions, ideas, let me know. Give me a 1 if you understand. Give me a 2 if you're like, I'm not sure yet. Give me a 3 and a question. And you don't have to give me a 3 and a question, but feel free to just ask. I'm going to now take this opportunity to think about, maybe I want to lower this some more. Because it dropped our mobility significantly. Swamp Thing 1, thank you, Swamp Thing. Less recoil, cycles at a higher thing. Does it decrease the range? It decreases the damage a little bit. That could be fun to try, though. 1, thank you, Alex. I like the damage increase there. No laser needed. I felt like the sight was okay. But I like having the faster aim down the sight speed. Aiming stability, walking speed. Aim down sight speed, bullet velocity, recoil control. Damage range, bullet velocity. I'm gonna try this one. I realize that might not be as good. Now, do I have an aim down the sight speed option? As we're learning together. We don't. Now, did this slow me down significantly in movement? Yeah, it brings our mobility down. I'd be really curious if we do this. Yeah, switch with Full Metal Jack. I'm very curious how this will go. This is going to be very silly. This is like turning this into an SMG. I don't care. I think it's going to be fun. Double time. Double time. Okay. Thank you. No questions. Got an understanding. I'll try doing it again soon. I'll probably stream a little bit longer today, too, because I struggled for like the first hour to get anything out. That was a problem. I really like the idea of like synergistic stuff. Like, I was thinking about one of the examples I could have used was this story about that's included in the article, which is why I didn't share it. But it's about a guy who was doing like a kids basketball team. And he was coaching. Grammar, use of words. They were coaching a kids basketball team. And whilst doing so, they were talking about how they're like, we're not very good at this game. But what we could try doing is full court press, which is, if you've, basketball is a game where it's kind of almost like football sometimes, where one team, you're trying to score a basket. If you miss, then you end up going to the other side of the court. Try to score back. Okay, miss. Try to go back to the other side of the court. Okay, try to go back to the other side of the court. But they're saying, what if we just did full court press, where it forced it so that constantly it would be more like soccer. So if you missed it, you don't go to the other side of the court and let the other team have the chance to score. You just try to keep scoring and you start bolting back and forth and running as hard as you can. That's full court press. More like soccer, more like American soccer, less like American football. There we go. And it was showed to be really effective because the opposing teams would just tire out really early on. And then you were just very easy to run around after that point. All right, here we go.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
I want to light someone on fire. That was good. That was not effective. That's not why we do these things. It's not about effectiveness. It's about the hilarity. Oh no! What are you doing using shotguns? What are you doing? Join me and shoot fireballs out of your gun and laugh hysterically. Boom! Alright, how good was that shot? Alright, at the edge of the building it looked like. We apparently have a lot of them, too.
You're going to the war zone.
We're going to the war zone. Thanks, game. Slip of the name of the title in there. So anyway, I'm very excited about trying to do things where it's like edit before you edit. I'm very curious about how that would go. I got ideas. See how it works. Certain things that I can't do though, I can't take stuff that happened before in the stream and move it to the other side. So that's something where I'm like, I'm a little worried about if I want to do like lecture first or lecture second. But also part of me is like, who cares? Like, we'll experiment on that anyway.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
But yeah, it's this idea that normally in editing, you know, I can move whatever happens around as much as I want. But in the YouTube editing, whatever order it happens in, that's the order. I can just cut out in between. Oh my gosh, is this a burger place?
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Nice. This is our burger place. Alright. So I'm going to try focusing on money first this time. Now, I'm not going to run away from fights specifically, but I am going to think about money rather than just charging it for fights. We're going to try that process this time. Start this way. People coming in.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Yeah, I definitely like this better. Oh, they're doing the same thing.
Enemy UAV overhead.
You gonna walk around? Please? Oh, I see them. Alright, this is stupid. Go! Throw out the balloon! Surprise them! Oh, they went up. Alright, well, we're just gonna put stuff in the balloon because I accidentally grabbed it. And it's here. Not the smartest of plays, but it's the play I made. Grab another balloon.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
I'm surprised we survived that one. I'm honestly surprised. That feels like not the best play on my part.
Extract is standing by.
Oh my gosh, can I take the stairs all the way to the top? Do they really give me that opportunity? I'll switch to a shield on my back. Why not? Oh my god, they do. They let us take the stairs. That's hilarious. I'm not going to take the stairs. I'm going to take the inside wire. Alright. Grab more plates. I love how they let you take the stairs. That's the best. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can see anyone through that. I can't. Oh, we got them still. I'm gonna deposit. I don't know if I deposited their cash, but we definitely got cash from that experience.
Wait.
Good start. Good start. All right, 134K.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Let's go to the zombies, I guess. Whoa! Okay. Hello. Jeez. Alright, we've got bits of cash money this way.
Backpacker spotted.
Alright, if I can nab that, that's pretty far away. We need to go for 400K though. Yeah, that's pretty far. Do I have a car nearby? I do. Truck.
Vehicle here.
Nab that, get the cash. Perfect. Once we get the cash, we can then start going back to the zombies, start to get more player kills. Being tracked, makes sense. Okay, someone else got that. Let's see if we can get there in time.
Enemy attack chopper
Darn it. Ugh. Alright, going back to zombies, because that's where the cash will come from. Also, we're going to find the person who's trying to hunt us. They will discover us in the truck of doom. People shooting, doing good.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Alright, it's an attack helicopter? Cool. I'm just gonna do this. So anybody who wants to go inside there can have an explosive experience. Hey, friend. Thanks for the money. Thanks for the money.
Enemy UAV overhead.
No legs required.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the sky.
Alright, there's a player over here. Go, 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 go. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Not nice. Bad. Painful. That I'm doing the sword thing, right? Going around the corner and waiting for them. I can't do that quite the same way. It's clever, but I need to like try to circle round, which is something I couldn't do with the sword thing. So I gotta practice that transformation of skills. Alright, can I blow up that helicopter?
Your wood catch fire. Enemy UAV overhead.
Dang it. Player down here? How are we doing cash-wise?
Dropping into the area.
171.
Watch the skies.
Not doing great. It's fine.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Dang it! I really showed that chair who's boss, though. That chair is just done. Perfect. Take that, chair of doom. Alright, we have this person coming in from behind. Go. We didn't stick, but we did burn, which was great fun. You know, I think I've done that about... I knocked the microphone over. About 3 times now. I have burned myself to death. About 3 times now. Oh, I missed that one. That was just bad play. That was just... I didn't know where they landed. I got scared by the person sniping me. Just bad choice. Bad choice. Alright, someone's getting a helicopter below me here, though. Hi. I'm playing too. Yeah, 16k cash. Alright, I'm gonna try to hit this person with a thermite. Alright, there they go. Oh man, they're running. Ah, that was speedy. Oh, they're going for the recon device. That's it. I forgot I had that equipped. Cool sauce. Good day to you. Alright, so we've now moved to the 5 kills, but that's not what we want. We want to get up to 10 kills, 400k deposited. That's fine. It takes time. It takes practice. Uh-oh.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Oh, I don't have a... Ah! Ah! Where did they go? Ah! I was really proud of that explosion move, though. Did do well. I should pull out swords or knife or something, honestly. Like, I feel like I should be just using the swords as my backup. That's who we are inside. I know that's technically not supposed to use secondary weapons, so maybe I should stop doing the thing I said against my own rules. I'm trying to learn. Oh, we got our 5 kills, though. And there's another balloon right here. So at least we can deposit another 60k. Not gonna win, but we're doing all right. Thanks for bringing us to almost our goal amount. It's funny how that can happen. No cheating. I know, Alex. No cheating. I didn't end up doing it. I just frustrated Switch. Urgh. Urgh. That was one of those situations where I probably would have benefited from the shotgun, which I've had a lot of trouble making work. But the irony there is I think the sword practice has been good. All right. So I'm thinking I'm gonna stream a little bit more because today I can. I took a while to get started, so I'm gonna take that time to do it. I think I want to do one more match, and then I want to do the lecture again. I think that's the plan. One more match, and then the lecture. Also, by doing it that way, it will set up well for my trying to edit it later. All right, here's me not cheating. Here's me not cheating for you, Alex. So from our experiences, this has been fun. This has also been kind of fun to use too. It hasn't slowed down or aimed down the sight speed. And it shoots fast. It's a little laser beam, which has been enjoyable. Aiming stability, aim walking speed, no stock, movement speed, aim down sight speed, aiming stability, recoil control. That might be interesting too. I'll try it. My main reason for this is that we have the 9mm. So, man, that looks really funky. It looks like this gun's put on backwards, right? You hold it the other way. That's funny. That's a silly looking gun. I also want to change this camo. Splinter. That'll be fun. Stripes, maybe. Okay. Since we already beat our goal of 5 kills with 300k deposited, I want to make it to 10 with 400k deposited. Now, it seems to be the most effective way to get to that is that we have to find a place where there is lots of kills and people with money. That seems to be the solution. The zombie experience I've been loving. Great. But it has been difficult.
Grab some target practice while you can. We're deploying soon.
That's fine. That's part of the training. Alright, switch.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
That's fine. Alright, we only have 11 shots here. I feel like that gun, the way that we've built it, is kind of... It's going to be really interesting close range. I don't know how good it'll be long range because of how it might kick up a bunch. But it is interesting to try these faster shooting 9mm stuff.
Hostile dropping into the area. Warm up.
Stuck! I love it. Thermite is just fun. Alright. Get ready to do our drop. Downtown's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be really hectic. Apparently I have someone in my team. This shouldn't happen. I shouldn't have a teammate.
Plunder.
No, I don't. You can see right here, I do not have anyone on my team.
Mark a drop point for
Oh, that's fun.
You'll lead them in.
Oh, that's cool. You can look at people jump out. Oh, okay. Just catch. Just catch. Everybody's going to the Boneyard. Very popular place to get a lot of cash. Alright. Head straight for Zombieland. could also get the recon device, too. I don't see anything obvious.
Does anyone need this?
Hostile dropping into the area.
Should have thought of that before I just dove onto the ceiling, but that's fine. Speed time. Picking up cash. We're in good positions. Person's above us. Catch or bat them out of the sky. Trying to do both. I'm like the cat. Living my cat life. Alright, ladder to my right. I'm gonna nab this to either scare someone away or to have knowledge of where they are. Bounties poached.
Well done.
I know one of these times I just wanted like focus on a just bounties or something like that. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Monolithic suppressor. Alright, 57k. Good. Good. I'll take a precision. Top 10. Top 5 even. Enter in zombie life. Alright. Now we're in top 10. It's amazing how quickly those things will shift. Thought I saw a player. I might have just seen a leaf go by.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Shield? No shield. I'll take a balloon right now. I think that's a great idea. And we'll start with some cash at the bank.
Somebody else has the mark. Extract standing by.
Dangerous move, but I don't care. We're living life large. Person to our left. Shooting at the zombies inside. Person's flying down on parachute. Gonna go to the bank. We're taking our sweet thermite with us. Missed that shot, that's fine. Stepped on my own thermite again. That's pretty normal, pretty par for the course. Seems to be a winning strategy at the rate that these things have been going, though. Alright, we've only picked up one kill here. I guess I'll leave.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Okay.
Oh no!
Let's go.
I don't expect them to be on this side right now. That was a sweet moment. There they are. Keep moving.
Enemy UAV.
Whew. All right. We have enough money again for a balloon. Pop, pop, pop. Looking for a balloon buy station. It's gonna be the closest one I
Find a
got.
vendor, get you supplies.
Gonna deposit what we got. Safely, securely. I could use one of these, but I'm not going to. Is there a thing on the roof? There is not this game. Spooky! Oh, this is actually pretty far away, too. Not gonna be a long-standing, well-done thing each time. But we're gonna use it for now. Alright, we saw my little sister's cat today. First time we've been to my mom since we found out she was allergic. Oh no! That's a Malimaz. Played fine with the cat, but no inhaler needed. Good. I'm glad to hear that he was working out with it. I'm happy about that. My dad's allergic to cats too, which is funny because my family had cats. My first word was kitty, in fact. So sweet like that, huh? All right, that's not the direction I want to go, so we're gonna have that one fail. So we're at 230 right now. We need another 170 to get to our victory condition. We're heading back to downtown. There's a lot of people nearby. We should be good. We should be okie dokie. I'm gonna head towards the zombie infested area. See if we can kill a couple players and pop back out of there. I was more bothered about seeing my dog than the cat. The dog was very happy. I'm glad that the dog was happy. Yep. Alright, attention time. Oop. Picking up someone else's cash. Happily borrowing. There's a player up top. There's a zombie right there. Alright, alright. Whoop, hello everyone. Hello. How are we doing on cash-wise? If we can get another 100K, we'll be good. Alright. Everybody line up. Thank you. Looking for players. Looking for players. Everything's working great. Looking for players, looking for players. Not a player. Zombies going to our left though, so they're going to be targeting a player that way. We're at 136, almost getting to the cash we need. There's a player. Oh, a zombie knocked him down. Thanks, zombie. Look. Now's not the best time, but that's fine. Alright, we're doing perfect on cash. If I want to deposit, I'm going to have to go find another bank, or like I need 180 to be able to do it well. I'm not too worried about that. Let's see if we can find another sell point. Looks to be the closest buy station that we have. Do we have a car? We do. We're going for the car. Alright, we're going to be at least get our... You know what? No, we probably have to go for kills. But I have to get 6 kills. Alright, I'm thinking. If I get more cash, I can probably die once and still do okay. Well, someone's coming for us.
Request recon flyover.
There's a lot of people in there. Alright, I'm gonna push. I think it makes the most sense because, for one, it's fun. We can try to get our 5 kills at least. And we have a much higher chance of getting to our 10 kills if we do it this way. Yes, we might not be able to end with the same amount of cash that we want to, but I think it's fine. Borrow some more of that. Thanks. Oh, shoot. I didn't even see the person. I used to be allergic to dogs, but it just went away, along with peanut allergy. Never stopped me cuddling the dog like it was a baby. I hear that a lot. A lot of people talk about their dogs as if they're like, I don't care that it hurts. Alright, 5 kills. I'm gonna see if I can go to 400K with 5. I bet we could pull something like that off. We have stuff here to use. It still puts us on the run. Good, good, good. We have this cash piece. Deposit this. Super close. Again, not our massive goal, but we can get something close to it. Zoop. More cash. Thank you. Okay. Precision airstrike. Okay, so we've not yet passed. Uh-oh. Hit 400k. Come on. We're close. There it is. All right. It'd still be lost, though. Gotta keep that in mind. Be filled. Good. Any balloons? If I buy a balloon, it's only gonna give me 30, so that's not gonna be great. All right, we're gonna head back this direction. See if we can pick up some of the cash from them, too. We have 1:30. We'll make it work to the best of our ability. Still in top 10. I want to see if I can at least hold top 10. That was a pile of newspapers. Not what I needed.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
More cash. I'll take some stopping power rounds real quick.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Give us a little bit more hitting power. Stopping power, one may say. Alright, zombies incoming. I see one player that side. I see a player up top.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Alright, thanks Blend for giving us that little bit more cash.
Hostiles dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Oh, that was perfect. Just get them to start shooting at things that were not me faster. 7 kills. Stopping power loaded. Oh, more money! Oh, no! All right, not bad. We made our top 10. 578k. And got over 5 kills. Not our goal of 10, but we got to 7. Pretty proud of that. All right, I'm going to take this opportunity to talk about the lecture next. Cool. We'll do it one more time, and then it'll be time to end. I'm going to get myself some exercise and go for some food. Tasties. And then it'll be good night for Ms. Alex, because, you know, it's like 11 for you. Cool. All right. So before we talked about this concept of David and Goliath situations, basically it's a situation where you have someone that is going to win. We would call that a Goliath. And someone who is probably going to lose, we would call that person a David. Now in these situations where there's like a guaranteed victor, right? You would be surprised if all of a sudden you had a David win. But we see this happen repeatedly. This is something where a David will win about 30% of the time in a David and Goliath situation. I included the information that I got that from. I don't really know if that number is necessarily exact. I didn't study up exactly how they did that, but it was done through historical research on famous examples of you're totally gonna lose. Oh, actually not. This person wins. This includes things like the Revolutionary War, Lawrence of Arabia, includes things like David and Goliath themselves, as well as stuff about Dark Souls, IKEA, and even the iPhone, right? So with those pieces of stuff, what is this concept, right? What is the David and Goliath? Well, in the original story of David vs. Goliath, you had a shepherd named David who fought a warrior named Goliath in one-on-one combat. David won. How? How would David win without having the skill set? Well, David used a ranged weapon known as a sling, which David was very good at because he had to use it to defend his flock against wolves. He would also use it to hunt rabbits. Rabbits are small and fast. He had to be very good with that sling, target those things. He had to be very good at the sling to fight off the wolves. And slings are inexpensive to make, so they're very accessible. Easy to use a sling with just a leather strip with something in the center that you can put like a rock in there. Rocks are inexpensive, you find them on the ground. So with that, David was able to become very good at the sling and was able to smack Mr. Goliath in the face with a flying rock when Goliath was not expecting that. Was expecting a one-on-one melee combat, but instead got a ranged fight. That's the concept. When you have a stronger person losing to a weaker person because of an unconventional strategy. Expecting melee combat with swords, but ended up getting whacked in the face with a rock. That's pretty interesting. That's a surprise. There are other famous examples of this. We talked about a couple of them earlier. I'll repeat some of them now. We got things like the iPhone. The BlackBerry was famous before the iPhone for having a big old keyboard, and people loved that. That was a business thing to do. But the iPhone, well, like all other phones, we look like the iPhones now, don't they, right? The reason why is because the iPhone looked nice. They removed that keyboard thing, and they were like, hey, when you have this phone, it's a status symbol. It's like a nice watch. It's not about it being practical. It's about the opposite effect. But it also was very cool and great screen, good video, and that kind of thing. So that changed the way we interact with our phones now because of how popular that was. That was a David Goliath situation. Everybody thought the BlackBerry keyboard would win, but it was the David iPhone design that ended up passing. Dark Souls was another discussion where Dark Souls got rid of all these different RPG tropes that you would see in a game like Skyrim. Skyrim has, you're the main hero character. Skyrim has tons of storylines that are all voiced. Skyrim has a big open world that you can travel in. Dark Souls does not have a big cast of people that are voiced. It doesn't have a lot of quests. It doesn't have a big open world you can explore. It's small. Its quests are small. Everything's small. But the point of it is that the world is dying in Dark Souls. You find items with descriptions on them and piece together this hard story that is beautiful and haunting because you discover it on your own. That costs a lot less too, and so Dark Souls was able to be successful on a much smaller audience base than Skyrim because of purely how much Skyrim cost to Dark Souls. You see other things like this for Dark Souls 2, where it's like, not Dark Souls 2, but Dark Souls as well. In the case of the difficulty being so high that it was designed to be just one difficulty. So it was designed to be really good. You didn't have to worry about QAing lots of other difficulties. You don't have a lot of music or voice acting in it, which lower the overall difficulty of actually bringing in and paying people to talk, people to make music, making sure that it comes in at the right time, making sure that battle music plays right. Like, you don't have to do any of that context-sensitive stuff. You just play the game and it just sounds like wind. It sounds like monsters crawling at you, right? That's the experience, and that creates a much more scary, dying world experience versus Skyrim, which is alive, which they want you to feel like you've entered a new world that's lovely. I don't want to go to the Dark Souls world, but Skyrim's nice. It's pretty cool. Generally, this process is to kind of break it down from that concrete to something a little less concrete, is that you give up something that's considered valuable. RPG trope, give up the massive world, give up all the, like, you're the central hero, give up all the quest lines, and instead replace it with challenging combat, a dark world, and tightly knit, intertwining level design. Or in the case of the iPad, the iPhone, remove the keyboard from the BlackBerry, make the screen bigger, make it into a status symbol away from something that was a practical device. You got rid of something. Sometimes you see this in character designs, like video games too, right? Like, if I'm playing a tank, I'm not gonna necessarily want to focus on a general spread of things. I mean, maybe I do if that's my build, but if I create a build that's like, get rid of the attack and only focus on defense, then I can wade in and just get attacked a bunch. That could be something that you do strategically as well. I mentioned in the final thing that I'm inspired by this right now to try to create streams that are almost like edited videos, where I'll have sound effects, where I'll have GIFs play, where I'll have interesting zooms and changes, and see if I can make that happen off of hotkeys. Because unfortunately, I can't stream and record at the same time. So I was wondering if maybe I can manipulate my streaming experience to make it a little bit more like an edited one with clever OBS switches. You know, I was thinking about how I could use this one, which looks a lot like Nick Merck's intro screen. But if I did something like this, it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. I could do this as an intro and then just sort of cut some things out and then make it feel a little bit more like it was actually edited later. That's the idea. Remove something that's important and then focus your stats somewhere else. IKEA was another famous example. You don't build the furniture with IKEA. I build the furniture with IKEA, right? IKEA doesn't sell furniture, it sells boxes of furniture that you put together. And that allows them to ship it more easily, allows me to take it home in my car more easily. In fact, it's about going for people who have a lower price point and more time. So they've even extended the hours of their shops into late in the evening. They have dinner available there because they know you're going to be coming after work, because you're assuming you're a working person, right? You probably have kids, so they have a daycare as well. They mix all of that together because they really know their target audience. But that involved them giving up something valuable in other furniture stores, which is just having it built. Here it is, your chair is done. But in IKEA, it's like, your chair's not done. but it will get home easier, but it is easier for us to mass produce, so it's cheaper for you, and we're open late, have delicious meatballs, and your child can go into daycare. Like, they knew what they were doing. Anyway, that's the concept of a David and Goliath situation, where the weak are capable of taking out the strong with unconventional strategies. Things like Revolutionary War, don't stand up in a line and shoot. Things like video editing, let's try not editing. Let's just don't edit and see if we can make something good, because then it'll be better for live people as well. Dark Souls, take away all the major tropes, and then suddenly you get a new RPG that's dark, twisted, and super fun. So these are the ideas. David and Goliath things. Thank you for listening. Okay, I did it. I'm gonna go to the ending stuff now. Oof. Oof. Thank you again for everyone listening to that. I wanted to always try to end, I think, on a lecture, because maybe I want to have the opportunity to put the lecture after a match and have the matches before, but I don't know. It's in a box, so it's not going to get stuck halfway up a staircase. Yes, Alex, yes. The one that really got me to connect and understand it is when the person who I was learning this from talked about how IKEA is open late, because since they're looking for people who have less cash and more time, they're like, oh, this is a person who just got home from work. Let's make it easy for them. And then, they have to figure out what to eat for dinner. Instead of like McDonald's, let's give them something that's special from IKEA so they don't have to go anywhere else. Give them a daycare so their kids can go there. One of my favorite things I've actually heard was the idea of IKEA being a great place to date if you have children. Because you go with someone, you drop your kid off at the daycare, you walk around with the person, whoever you're dating, through IKEA, you get some dinner together, and you just have a good time chilling. And if, my favorite line was if things work out, then you've got a lot of beds to make out on or couches to make out on. And I was like, that's funny. But that was the idea of adult dating is good in IKEA, because it gives you space and it gives you a place to put your kid, and you get to get food. Also, you can get some chores done. I thought that was great. Anyway, I don't shop at IKEA a lot. It's just a really good example. I think the Lawrence of Arabia one's my favorite too. I would not leave Joe in a shop daycare. IKEA is apparently good, but maybe you would get a different kid, or Joe would come home in a box. I was harder to put Joe back together, so I think that's fair. Alex. So if there's any final questions, let me know but if you feel good, just give me a 1. He stays with me where I know he's safe. That makes sense. I remember when I was younger, my mom would talk about I could totally get stolen all the time. That was such a common thing. But for her generation, that was an issue. There was a bunch of kids being taken, but it's honestly not that common. Unless it's someone you know. But that's a side thing. I now think differently about IKEA, so Swamp Thing. Yeah. The thing that makes me laugh is that dating thing that I learned about. It's that's, your audience, right? When someone shares something like that. You know it. So it's oof. Clever. All right. So there we go. Any final questions? Give me a 1 if you know more final questions. And then I'll go and exercise. I'm going to do some jump rope, I think. Maybe not. We need to be easy on. I have a little carpal tunnel from doing push-ups. So, gotta. Maybe not this. Maybe not that today. One, thanks for the stream. Thanks for being here, Swamp Thing. It was good to have you. I'm going to start the Damien process to make it possible for donations if Damien really wanted to donate. Joe's been kidnapped before by a family member. I don't trust many people to look after him. I'm sorry that I brought that up. But yeah, that's the most likely thing that can happen is a family member. So I think that makes sense, Alex. Joe has been taken. Also 1. Sorry for that. Bringing that up. Thank you for also following up with it. I think that's interesting. And thank you for being here with the stream. It was good to have you. Okay. I'll read the chat a little longer if you have any final things that you want to say. But for now, I'm just going to hit the stop streaming. See you.